So this is gonna be a little different thing than what I normally do, but it's more along of just, if you want to call it a rant, it's a rant, but it's been bugging me for a long time. You can see from the title of the video and the thumbnail. We're gonna talk about the things that make no goddamn sense in the game that we all play in Pokemon. So if you're enjoying, of course, give it a thumbs up and stuff like that and all that jizz jazz and, you know, con about it and stuff like that and shit. Let's get in with it, alright? Okay. So it's essentially what doesn't make sense is the mechanics, and I play more competitive than actually, you know, play the games as of recent when I grew up. So it's weird. It's essentially mons that learn moves or can't learn this move, and it makes no sense as to why they can learn these moves and make no moves like this. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So let's talk about it. In Gen 1, right, and I know Gen 1 had a lot of, you know, mechanical errors and stuff like that, but seriously, these are not acceptable. Electrode cannot learn level up moves that are electric type moves. Like, I don't even think he gets Spark, dude. It's that absurd that he doesn't even get Spark. Why? Why don't you get Spark? Why does he get no electrical moves as he level? I gotta know. Hear me out. Here's level move, right? It's Tackle, Screech, Sonic Boom, Self-Destruct, Light Screen, Swift, Explosion. Why is he so suicidal? Someone tell me that right now. He's Self-Destruct and Explosion? I gotta know. It makes no sense why he doesn't learn the electrical move when he is an electric type, you know, and there's not much in the entire Gen 1 region, so it's like, why? It makes no sense. It's absurd. It's insane. I don't understand it at all, alright? Another we're gonna talk about is the fact that Snorlax can't learn Explosion. And it's probably not one that a lot of people are way too picky about, you know? I can understand it because people are like, oh, he learned Self-Destruct. But last I checked, Explosion does more damage. And just to sound not stupid, we're gonna see right now, Explosion here is doing a whopping base 250 power, right? And Self-Destruct, we're gonna look up right here because it's not professional, is doing a whopping 200. So yes, that 50 points added on is a game changer. It's a game changer. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, if he can Self-Destruct, why can't he explode? They're the exact same move. The user blows up to inflict damage on all Pokemon in battle. The user faints after this move. The exact same thing. This explodes to inflict damage on all Pokemon in battle. The user faints upon using this move. The exact same description. So why can't he learn Explosion, the one that does more damage? Why? Why? You know who can explode? You wanna know some funny ones that explode? C-Dot! C-Dot can explode. Pineco. A pine cone can explode. How? How can a pine cone, something you find on a tree, explode? That makes no sense at all, right? But Snorlax doesn't make how, look, it makes no sense how any Pokemon outside of the Voltorb and Electrode trio, it makes no sense how like Bolt type Pokemon like that, Fortress, it makes sense how they can explode, right? It doesn't make sense how Snorlax can explode either. But the fact that if he can learn a move that's essentially the same thing, why can't he get the stronger one? Why they hate on Snorlax? He just wants to live. Why they hate on Snorlax? Why? Here's some absurd ones that are probably gonna drive you insane. Some more Gen 1 insanity, right? Get this, right? Get this. Sandslash, right? He can't learn any ground moves upon level up. Makes no sense at all, alright? I learned a lot of this more along in the yellow playthrough that me and Abby did, but his level up move, get this fun fact: Scratch, Sand Attack, Slash, Poison Sting, Swift, and Fierce. What type of garbage boo-boo bobo set is this, dude? Terrible. No wonder no one ever talks about this ground mouse. He's the ground Pikachu, essentially. No wonder no one ever talks about him, because his move pool sucks. How they gonna hype up Sandshrew in the anime to where this my boy can swim in water, and he's got a vest that just makes it to where he's much more physically stronger than any other Sandshrew ever, but can't learn ground moves? And I think that Sandshrew even went for like Earthquake or Fissure or something in the anime, but he can't use any of those moves, period, dude. And of course, you know, you can just TM Earthquake on it, you can just TM Fissure on it, alright? But it's the fact that he can't learn it upon level up. Why do you have to pick up an item to teach him on his own stab move? He's not even a poison type, but learns Poison Sting. Does that mean the quails on his back are poisonous? I don't even know at this point. I don't know, dude. His Japanese name is Sandpan. Oh boy, I cooked you on a pan right now because you just got roasted. Because this thing is just, I'm serious, don't pick this, all right? When you see Geodudes in the beginning of Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green, take it. He's one of the best mons of that typing in that entire game. Golem is godlike, same with Graveler. Graveler can actually learn Earthquake upon level up. Sandslash can't. I don't even think Dugtrio can either. I don't think that Dugtrio can either, which should be, no, Dugtrio can. Okay, so Dugtrio, yeah, you can rock out with Dugtrio too. Nidoking can't even learn it. Nidoking doesn't learn any ground moves upon level up too, and you can't really blame that because he gains that ground typing as a Nidoking, and he's a stone evolution mon, so they really don't learn much moves that level up. That's why you don't really hear me complain about Nidoking, because he's a badass himself, dude. What the hell? Nidoking speaks for himself, right? You wanna know some more righteously fun facts? You wanna hear it? Are you ready for this? Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, all 3 legendary birds. Okay. Articuno can learn Hurricane. Moltres can learn Hurricane. Zapdos gets Drill Peck, Air Slash. I don't even think he gets Air Slash. Does he not? He doesn't get Air Slash. He gets Air Cutter. Now, I understand that they didn't want to give Zapdos Hurricane. He's clearly the stronger of the 3. That's why we're not gonna have this conversation. Oh, Articuno beats Zapdos, Zapdos beats Moltres, and Moltres beats Articuno. That's the point. But he doesn't learn any good flying moves. I mean, if default, one of the best flying moves in the game, right? That doesn't do damage, but you know why it's good. All right, it removes entry hazards, all of that stuff. Drill Peck was okay, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Drill Peck was okay. I could rock out with Drill Peck because in Gen 1, Drill Peck was kind of meaty, all right? But my boy doesn't even get Air Slash. Now I understand that they didn't want to give him Hurricane, probably because he'd be really busted if he had Hurricane, and let's be honest, he'd be pretty busted if he had Hurricane, I'm not gonna lie, right? But they wouldn't even give him the benefit of doubt of giving him Air Slash, which at the same time, Articuno can learn Air Slash. Nope, Articuno can't learn Air Slash either. It's just Moltres. Guys, I'm telling you, Moltres is our huzzah. You can learn Air Slash and Hurricane. Moltres might just be the god. He might just be the god. Very underrated mon. Really underrated, actually. Competitively, extremely underrated. It's not a bad mon. It's times for videos is holding it back, but either the combination of the two. Cause Articuno can't learn Air Slash, Zapdos can't learn Hurricane, Moltres can learn both. Maybe it's because he's Trace. They decided to give him both of those moves combining himself, but honestly, I don't know. It's blasphemy that he just can't learn, And I know most of the things I'm saying here might sound OP, but it makes sense, It makes sense. If his companion and buddies can get it, then why not? Another funny thing too, a lot of these, I'm trying to make these analogies now from Gen 1, but from Gen 1, all the Evolutions, they can learn their respective moves. Alright, but what's busted and what's funny, dude? I'm almost positive right now, right? I'm about to peep this. Zapdos, the only electrical move that he learned through level up is Thunder, because he gets Thunder Shock and Drill Peck. So you'd be thinking, maybe they could do T-Bolt. That's what I'm rather to nuts about, since T-Bolt is a TM move, but I don't know. T-Bolt is just kind of annoying because T-Bolt over Thunder any day of his life, dude, since you're not gonna land Thunder, you're not. But another one that's absolutely insane and absurd is Dedenne. Now when I saw the thing, I was like, okay, cool. Its special attack is a nice and clean 81, all right? And its physical attack is 58, all right? Speed is 101, special attack and speed are decent for a lower tiered mon, okay? It's a fairy type. Completely did not expect to be a fairy type because all Pikachu wannabes, like Minun, Plusle, Emolga, etc. They all, Pachirisu, how could I forget Pachirisu? They all, want to be essentially, like Pikachu. So I thought that they would all be regular electric types. Wrong, this one is electric fairy. All right, cool. I'm gonna give some cool fairy moves. They give this nigga Play Rough. Why? Nothing wrong with Play Rough at all. If you want a big, physical one, because you just get Wild Charge, and Nuzzle is physical. One of the greatest electric moves right there. Nuzzle gets 100% chance to paralyze. Shout out! It's literally an offensive Thunder Wave. It's not one of the greatest. I just love that move so much because I can't sleep at night. Shout out to people that use that in PU. But why does he? I understand Moonblast. I get that he doesn't want to learn Moonblast. Togekiss can't learn Moonblast either. At least Togekiss gets Dazzling Gleam. Why did they not give him a special fairy move? HP Fairy isn't a thing. Why did they not give him like Dazzling Gleam? That would have been fantastic, Because I'm telling you, dude, he'd be just a little bit more viable. He could learn like some type of special fairy move, dude. But no, you have to go mixed with Play Rough or full out physical to be running this nigga, because it's just like, bro, I'd love to run a fairy move. But I don't know. I just don't want to. I want to have the more powerful fairy move, you know? Dazzling Gleam. Because Player of is a nice power 90 base, whereas Dazzling Gleam is a nice and powerful. I was 80, okay? But it's just like, even though there's a 10-point gap, it's still stab at the end of the day, and one stat is higher than the other, dude. I mean, come on, 58 to 81. What is that? 24 points? That's 24-point gap, is that not? 23, right? Yeah. 2, 20. Yeah, it's 23-point gap. And 23-point gap stab power, super effective. You're gonna want the 23-point gap different. You're gonna want that, you know? But unfortunately, they felt the need to not give this poor Whittle mouse Dazzling Gleam. Thank you, boy. He just wants to spit out some Dazzling Gleams, dude. He wants to kill these fighting types. He wants to kill, you know, dragons. Boy, a dragon can still roast you to death. You got Player of, boy, but you catch an EQ. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. Some of this shit drives me insane. We're about to get to the ones that, all right, I wanted to kind of put it in like a random order. You know, we're gonna get to ones that are now a little more absurd after this one. Flygon, Dragon Dance, why? Alright? Flygon sucks, alright? And if Flygon's one of your favorite dragons, I'm sorry, bro, but Flygon just sucks, dude. He generally sucks. Any other dragon but Flygon. Haxorus, Flygon the same tier as Druddigon, and Druddigon is nice. What else we got? We got Hydreigon, Dragonite, Garchomp, you know? Salamence, Goodra. We got all these godlike and then there's Flygon. Such an underclassed dragon type Pokemon, especially with the development of Garchomp. Who the hell wanted to use Flygon when another dragon ground came that is much faster and stronger, godlike in the sand, and is accessible to learn rocks? Entry hazards are very essential into competitive play, alright? And it's just like, Flygon can use rocks. Flygon can't use rocks. And I was thinking, maybe if you look at Fridays, maybe he could use Dragon Dance. Because I mean, it's not OP. I'm telling everybody right now, it's not busted or OP for the thing to learn Dragon Dance. Salamence can learn Dragon Dance. Mega that up. Mega Altaria learns Dragon Dance, alright? Charizard X, dude. Mega Rayquaza? I'm telling you, it's not busted for him to get Dragon Dance. It would just make him a better Pokemon. I mean, look at it. Most of his speed stat, everything is 80 across the board, but attack and speed. And I understand that because attack and speed is mainly what he's best at, you know? Attack and speed. So he's a fast, strong hitter. But I wouldn't necessarily say strong. 100 base attack is good, but I just don't know why it just doesn't, you know, do what he wants to do. And that's because Garchomp is the thing. Who's gonna choose Flygon over Garchomp? There's gonna be that one guy in the comment section saying me. Watch. But no, the least they can do is give Flygon Dragon Dance. It's not busted for the thing to get Dragon Dance, because Mence gets Dragon Dance, Haxorus gets Dragon Dance. Here's a Haxorus is frail and almost positive. Haxorus is a little less frail on the special side compared to Flygon being 70, but his physical defense is 90. So he literally is a better Flygon too. He literally is a better Flygon. I mean, he also learns Earthquake. He literally is a better Flygon as well. He's literally a better Flygon. Only thing that makes Flygon stand out now in this meta is Flygon is accessible to get rid of Hazard and Defog. So they kind of want to bulky offensive now with Roost, Defog, U-Turn, and Outrage or Earthquake. They don't run Outrage at all. It's Earthquake, Roost, U-Turn. Defog is the common spread nowadays for a Flygon. So unfortunately, a lot of people wanted this guy to get a Mega too, and I understand that. Personally, I didn't want him to get a Mega because I just don't give a shit about this Pokemon at all. I literally do not. And if I'm shitting on your favorite Pokemon, people shit on my Pelipper all the time. I'm sorry. People shit on my Pelipper, my Azumarill all the time. My two favorite mons of all time, right? My mascots. I am known for those mons, but hey, we can't always see eye to eye, you know? We can't always see eye to eye. Now, it's about to get absurd here. You ready? It's about to get absurd here. Quagsire and Gastrodon learning Stealth Rock. It'd be fantastic if they could learn Stealth Rock, because Swampert gets rocks, Chomp gets rocks, my boy Gabite gets rocks, even though, you know, of course, it's an evolutionary line. You wanna know some weird mons who gets rocks? Let's think about some weird Chansey, Pinsir, Bisharp, some weird ass mons. We're gonna look it up right now. Because some weird ass mons learn Stealth Rock. It is the weirdest thing. If you want to know, all right, let's think about it right now. The ones that really are weird that learn it: Clefairy line, Clefairy, Clefable, they all learn it. The Jigglypuff line, they learn it. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. You want to know also what's weird that learns it? Chance, we already said that. Pinsir. It's gonna get weirder. Dunsparce. What? How? I understand that it digs in the hole, but what? The debris that it dug from the hole ends up becoming physically hard rocks and they put them in the field? Like, huh? It's gonna get weirder, guys. It's just getting weird. Miltank, a cow. As a cow learns Stealth Rock, what is he punching into the ground and the rocks come up and boom? Shit gets weirder, guys. Shit gets weirder. All right, shit gets weirder. I'm pretty sure it gets weirder than that. Kecleon. A chameleon isn't even near rocks. It's in trees. What? I don't understand at all. Metang and Metagross, these niggas smart as hell. That's how they learned it. These niggas smart as hell. Metang with 2 brains, is Metagross is 4 brains. That's how they learned it. These niggas smart as hell, dude. All right, you want to get some more crazier things, or to get a little bit? The entire 4th gen starters, they all learn Stealth Rock. Empoleon, Piplup, you know, Primplup, Infernape, Monferno, Chimchar, Torterra, Grotto, Tortic, all learn Stealth Rocks. Now, I don't know how a penguin, you know, an emperor penguin, boys that live in ice. I mean, I could see ice rocks, but Stealth Rocks? I don't know. And then Infernape, what are you, like, he's like an ape, right? He's like one of those Asian apes that are constantly bathing in like warm water. I don't know what he's based off of. I don't know what he's based off of, right? The point is he's a monkey, and I guess it makes sense because monkeys do pick up things and throw them. So I guess he's picking up a rock and throwing that. So Terra obviously makes sense. Like that's a freaking land turtle. Just chop it off your back, all right? B-Barrel and Bidoof could see wood, but I guess instead of wood, they wanted to do rocks. What else? We got some more crazy things that learn Stealth Rock. The entire Lake Spirits, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, they all learn Stealth Rocks. How? What? They must be that smart too, huh? They must be that smart too. And I don't think it's weirder than that necessarily. I honestly, Bisharp, of course, shit is weird. That's really it for 5th gen. Now 5th gen, the thing I like about 5th gen is most of their mons can learn. Kind of makes sense. I mean, look at it. Landorus, Terrakion, Cobalion, I guess maybe he's a steel type, right? Let's just say that. But then Bisharp, I could say that about Bisharp too. You know what? Fuck Cobalion too, right? He's a freaking horse. All right, horses can do whatever they want. Horse master race, man, but just so many weird mons learn Stealth Rock that you probably would never expect. But my boy Quag and Gastro, they can't learn Stealth Rock, and that is extremely unfortunate that they cannot learn Stealth Rock, you know? Of course, the 2 water ground types that are accessible to have Recover are obviously the ones that cannot get Stealth Rock. So Quagsire and Gastro, I apologize, my homies. Apologize, but unfortunately, I don't think we will ever really see the day to where they learn Stealth Rock. Now it's about to get absurd. Wooper and Ice Punch. My boy has no hands. And I understand that it's like a breeding move so that Quagsire can learn it, but what? Like, I don't know. I legitimately don't know. My boy has no hands. And you understand like some Pokemon have no hands, Sucker Punch, right? Like Huntail and like Arbok and shit like that. You gotta look at the Japanese reference behind it where it's like they're punching you and they're not even punching, they're attacking you and they caught you off guard. That's really what Sucker Punch is. You're caught off guard. That's why it has priority. You're caught off guard. You didn't expect it coming. That's why it's priority. You're caught off guard, all right? But Wooper and Ice Punch, he has no hands. There are no hands on this boy. None, nada. It makes no sense and I don't understand it. It's gonna get absurd too. Lucario and Iron Head. Why? What? He can make Aura into the shape of a bone and use Bone Rush, but you can't put Aura on your head and use Iron Head? But he can use Flashkin. You know some weird ass mons can learn Iron Head, right? Like some weird ass mons can learn Iron Head, but my boy Lucario cannot, dude. Like he's got a pretty big ass head, but he cannot. Wormadam learns Iron Head. Its head is the size of a rice grain. That shit is small. I don't understand, man. It's absurd. It is absolutely absurd, you know? Like, it just wants to make me cry. You know, freaking Lunaturn learns Iron Head and uses an entire freaking body, so his entire body is a head, floating moon head, you know? But it's insane. And this one, oh, this one's number 1. Entei and Earthquake. My man has shackles on his hands, on his ankles. Hands, his ankles. On his ankles, both hind legs and forward legs. Look at the picture. You can look at his sprites, everything. He has shackles on his hands. shackles. You know, most times when you see that, you think, oh, really strong. The guy can roar and volcanoes erupt, but you can't shake the ground. If his roar is strong enough to make volcanoes erupt, you should stomp on the ground like hella hard, dude, and it should shake the ground. It should shake the ground. You know what learns earthquake? You wanna know what learns earthquake? Arkin, how do you pronounce it? A baby bird learns earthquake. A baby bird learns earthquake. A Diglett. Well, Diglett makes sense, but Barboach makes sense as well. Here's some weird ones that don't make sense. Blast toys? Never mind. I mean, Mankey. There we go. What the hell? Small baby pig monkey can learn it, but not Entei? Here's another one. Slowbro. What? Lickitung. Yo. What? Chansey, bro. Chansey can learn earthquake. What the fuck, dude? Politoed can as well. You know what again moves can learn earthquake? Wooper. Apparently Wooper can do everything, can it? Wooper can apparently do everything. It makes no sense, and I refuse to sit here and believe that Entei can't learn earthquake, and we gotta run bulldoze. I mean, shit, just hit the ground stronger, you know, and then make another shattering. Do 2 bulldozers in a row. It's an earthquake, yeah? I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. So he can't learn earthquake. He can roar and volcanoes are up, but he can't stop on the ground hard enough to shake it. Come on, my homie. Come on, Game Freak. Come on. But that's it, though, for this video. I got out of my system, and I felt like making a video about it. And I've wanted to make a video about it for a very long time now. I think about a year, because I talk about it in so many streams, other people's videos, stuff like that. When always they invite me, I always talk about why Entei can't learn earthquake. And still to this day, it makes no sense at all. But that's it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more weird videos of me that are kind of like this and topics like that where I just talk, say weird shit that doesn't make any sense to me, be great. And then leave in the comments down below things that don't make sense to you in the world of Pokemon. I'd love to hear it. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Not a nervous squad. We hot. That is it. Goodbye.